Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity to wake the hopeful elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Akim, that come looking like the heathen, scattered among the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, through your father's lineage, and you hold near and dear the truth and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities wherever you may be scattered. And shalom to the few, sincere akwatim that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role, which the Lord commanded you to, which is in all subjection, reverencing your husbands. It's your brother Azar from GMS St. Louis, coming with the part two. In the previous video, we went over how, the beginning, how the 12 tribes of Israel was conceived, from Jacob through 4 different women, Leah, Rachel, and their handmaidens, and how we're all family. 12 tribes were family, from Judah, the so-called Negro, on down to Issachar, the so-called Mexican. 2 kingdoms that were split. And the Lord is going to restore the kingdom as one nation, no more 2 kingdoms. So we're going to get into the beginning of the split, and then we're going to move to the Lord bringing the kingdoms back together, which is a future prophecy that we see happening, by way of these camps, man. Predominantly Great Millstone, and other camps that teach the sound and light doctrine. This is 1 Kings 11, and we'll start at verse 1. But Solomon loved many strange women. This is during the time of Solomon's rule. Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Now, the Moabites being the so-called Chinese, the Ammonites being the so-called Japanese, Edomites being the so-called white race, Zidonians and Hittites are so-called Hamites, or the Africans. Totally different from Israelites. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, Salakia, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, meaning the women of the tribes, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Concubines being the women of the other nation, or heathen women that he was dealing with. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Now, this was in Solomon's old age. He got weak for the P, man. Then did Solomon build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods. And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord Yahweh of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice, and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, For as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding, In thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. And the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom, so a so-called white man. For 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel until he had cut off every male in Edom. Then Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, to go into Egypt, Hadad being yet a little child. And there arose out of Midian and came to Paran. And they took men with them out of Paran, and they came to Egypt unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, which gave him an house and appointed him victuals and gave him land. So Hadad was an adversary stirred up for Solomon, due to his disobedience. Jump down to verse 23. And Yahweh stirred him up another adversary, Rezon, the son of Eliada, which fled from his lord Hadadezer, king of Zobah, and he gathered men unto him and became captain over a band when David slew them of Zobah. And they went to Damascus and dwelt therein and reigned in Damascus. And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon, beside the mischief that Hadad did, and he abhorred Israel and reigned over Syria. And Jeroboam the son of Nebat, an Ephrathite of Zerida, Solomon's servant, whose mother name was Zeruiah, a widow woman, even he lifted up his hand against the king. And this was the cause that he lifted up his hand against the king. Solomon built Milo and repaired the breaches of the city of David his father. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon seeing the young man that he was industrious, it's a term that used to describe, Ephraim. He made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. And that word industrious go into work. Matter of fact, let me get it. To do, to fashion, accomplish, to make, to do work, make, produce. You see? To appoint, to ordain, institute, to bring out, to use. And Ephraim is fruitful. He made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. And it came to pass at that time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment. And they too were alone in the field, and Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the power of Israel. Behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashereth, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the goddess of the god of Moabites, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways, to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life for David my servant's sake, whom I chose because he kept my commandments and my statutes. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand and will give it unto thee, even 10 tribes. And to his son will I give one tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen to put my name there. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desireth, and shall be king over Israel. And it shall be, if thou wilt hearken unto all that I command thee, and wilt walk in my ways, and do that is right in my sight, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as David my servant did, that I will be with thee, and build thee a sure house, as I built for David. And I will give Israel unto thee, and I will for this afflict the seed of David, but not forever. Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam, and Jeroboam arose and fled into Egypt unto Shishak, king of Egypt, and was in Egypt until the death of Solomon. And the rest of the acts of Solomon and all that he did and his wisdom, are they not written in the book of the acts of Solomon? And the time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel was 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David his father, and Rehoboam his son reigned in his stead. Let's hop over to the 12th chapter. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass, when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him. And Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put on us lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. But he forsook the counsel of the old men which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. So he didn't listen, to the older wise men that advised his father. He listened to his peers, people that came up the same as him, you know, uh, around the same age or whatever. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, Salakia. Verse 9, and he said unto them, What counsel give ye, that we may answer this people who have spoken to me, saying, Make the light which thy father did put upon us lighter. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now, whereas my father did lade you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the 3rd day, as the king had appointed, saying, Come to me again the 3rd day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So all this was in the Lord's will. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. You see, to your tents, O Israel. Now see thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. So they was, you know, splitting right then, saying, what inheritance do we have in David? Meaning that the other tribes had their own inheritance. You see, they didn't have any. They were creating the split there. You see, and verse 17. But as for the children of Israel which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones that he died. Therefore King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. You see, so you see the split happen here. And it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. You see, and this is, to this day, um, especially among the 2/3, and one who comes to mind is the Tariq Nasheed, which furthers, the idea that their plight is not our fight. What the Northern Kingdom is going through is not, for us to be concerned with, but we're all family. As I broke it down in a previous video, we all come from Jacob. Jacob's sons, his 12 sons became the 12 tribes, man. They're all brothers. And all 12 tribes make up the nation of Israel. So verse 21, and when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin, and 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam the son of Solomon. But the word of Yahweh came unto Shemaiah, the man of Yahweh, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. You see, so Judah and Benjamin was getting ready to, get busy with the Northern Kingdom, and it was the hand of the Lord that stopped them. You see, and the Southern Kingdom consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which Levi was to be the priest for all the tribes and dwell outside the city to perform their sacrifices. Verse 24, return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord, and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord. You see? So you see the split, man. It almost came to war, man. And the Lord calmed that down. You see? Let's go to the 16th chapter. Let's jump to the 21st verse. Matter of fact, matter of fact, we'll start at verse 15. In the 20th and 7th year of Asa, king of Judah, Salakia did Zimri, reign 7 days in Tirzah, and the people were encamped against Gibbethon, which belonged to the Philistines. And the people that were encamped heard say, Zimri hath conspired, and hath also slain the king, wherefore all Israel made Omri, the captain of the host, king over Israel that day in the camp. And Omri went up from Gibbethon, and all Israel with him, and they besieged Tirzah. And it came to pass, when Zimri saw that the city was taken, that he went into the palace of the king's house and burnt the king's house over him with fire and died. For his sins which he sinned in doing evil in the sight of the Lord, and walking in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin which he did to make Israel to sin. Now the rest of the acts of Zimri and his treason that he wrought, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Israel? Then were the people of Israel divided into two parts. Half of the people followed Tibni, the son of Ginath, to make him king, and half followed Omri. But the people that followed Omri prevailed against the people that followed Tibni, the son of Ginath. So Tibni died, and Omri reigned. In the 30 and first year of Asa, king of Judah, began Omri to reign over Israel 12 years. 6 years reigned he in Tirzah. And he bought the hill Samaria of Shemer for 2 talents of silver, and built on the hill, and called the name of the city which he built after the name of Shemer, owner of the hill Samaria. But Omri wrought evil in the eyes of the Lord, and did worse than all that were before him. For he walked in all the way of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, and in his sin wherewith he made Israel to sin, to provoke the Lord Yahweh of Israel to anger with their vanities. You see, so Israel had, more wicked kings than righteous kings. And this displeased the Lord. You see, and all this split came about with the sin of Solomon. You know, giving in to, basically simping for the woman, man. In a nutshell, allowing things to happen that ought not be, being the king. So the kingdom was broken up. The nation that was very strong and backed by the Lord, he broke them up, man, to make them weaker, and as a punishment, man. And also for the Israelites to know good and evil, to make perfect judges in the kingdom, if you can receive it. Let's go to the book of Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, and against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. You see? And so the Lord was punishing the Israelites, man, scattering them abroad. You know, weakening the nation because of disobedience, breaking the commandments, man, idolatry. So, so I'll go to the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and I started from the top. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, meaning you Israelites, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to Yahweh are made known to us, not to the other nations. Be of good cheer, my people, the Moriah of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. You see? For when she saw the wrath of Yahweh coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. Yahweh hath brought upon me great mourning, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. You see? See, so it was the Lord that did this, man, because of the disobedience of the children of Israel and the leadership of the wicked kings, man. let's uh let's go to the second chapter, and I'll start at verse 27. O Lord, our power, thou hast dealt with us after all thy goodness, and according to all that great mercy of thine, as thou spakest by the servant Moses, by thy servant Moses, Salakia, in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel. So they were there to see Moses get the laws from the Heavenly Father, man. Saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And that's what you see happening with the Hebrew Israelites, man. That's the children of Israel remembering themselves, rehearsing the righteous acts, man, coming back into their language, calling on the name of the Heavenly Father and his Son, which is Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the Father, which his name means he exists or existing one, he to be, and Yahweh Shah, which means he delivers. He is a deliverer, and he is a deliverer unto the children of Israel. No one else. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. You see, the name was taken from us because in past times we would get our shit together, face Jerusalem, call on the Heavenly Father, and he would send us a deliverer, man. But the Lord said, no, this time the punishment is gonna last, man. You're gonna forget your heritage, pursuant to the book of Jeremiah. Verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. You see, the Lord is not. The Lord said He was going to do it. He didn't say that by the Balfour Declaration they were going to be put into their land. Lord is going to do it by way of those UAPs that you see flying around. Those are the chariots of Israel. Even the slaves used to sing, "Swing low, sweet chariot." What were they talking about? Coming to carry me home. I looked over Jordan. What that's in Jerusalem. They talking about the homeland Jerusalem. They knew that the chariots was that's what they were, a guide unto them. That's what guided them out of Egypt in the wilderness, man. That's what guided them. The cloud by day and pillar of fire by night. That was a chariot, man. They have those carvings on the walls and paintings, man, showing those crafts. Those are the angels of the Lord. And I will, verse 35, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. You see, this is our prophecy, and it's happening, man. The tribes will be reunited. It just wasn't time, you know. So go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And that sounds like payback, man. That sounds like the tables being turned. Those captives will be the captors. Those that were oppressed will be the oppressors, man. And it's going to be done in righteousness. The people going to love having the Israelites in rulership, man, because we're going to do things right. Just read how the Lord is going to give us, um, make us, clean us up, man. We're going to be perfect. Or I might be jumping ahead of myself. Salakia. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Now, who was made to serve that hard bondage? What nations went into captivity as a whole, man, and were scattered abroad? And we're not talking about migrating. We're talking about being rounded up and snatched and brought to a new land with people having a new language that you never heard of. That was the Israelites, man. And they're scattered among the four corners of the earth. And that's the Lord is going to gather them. Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. America is the new modern day Babylon. You have the Statue of Liberty right there in New York, man, showing you this is the new Babylon. And say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. America's that golden city, man. Everybody was rushing to get here. Now they see that this place is just wicked. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it. You see, the Lord is going to take this man down. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. You see, everything is going to rejoice when Esau Edom is taken out of power, and the Israelites are set aright and in rulership, man. That's the kingdom of heaven, Israelite rulership. Us being united, us being brotherly to each other, us having the laws on our inward part and being perfect. That's the kingdom of heaven, man. And no, you other nations will not um be on our level or equal to us. You know, it's not a all inclusive. This is for Israel only, man. Let's go to the book of Second Ezra. Yesterday I was working on this video and I had two precepts left, and it just cut off on me because I had not enough storage, I believe. So Lord willing, we get this done, and it's edifying, and we can make it to the end. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, and started from the top. Read down to 7. Thus said the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by men servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsel. And they still do to this day, man. Majority of the people was scoffing and mocking at the prophets on the highways and byways, talking about they got dresses on when it's a garment. You know, it's a garment. Oh, they got costumes. I guarantee you not gonna tell the Lord that when he show up, when he crack them clouds, you ain't gonna make fun of his garment. The mother that bare them said unto them, Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. I brought you up with gladness, but the sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your power, and done that thing that is evil before him. But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. You see? And it's only now that we're remembering ourselves, We was confused, man. And Jerusalem was spoiled. We didn't know that we were the children of Israel until the elder apostle Abba Bivens brought this truth, man, and started to push the Hebrew Israelite awakening. And now you see that it's global, man, from the U.S. to China, Holland, Germany, all over the world, man. Israelites are tapping in. Even those Israelites, those Israelite foreigners who come up in their mother's custom, the heathen custom, but their father's lineage is of Israelite, man. Israelite nationality. And that's how you tell your nationality through whatever your father is and his father, and you follow the father's lineage. It's the seed that makes you who you are. Just the same as apple seed is always going to produce an apple seed, an apple. So like you. Let's go to the book of Hosea, chapter 1, and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And that's why a lot of Israelite babies are being born. And guess whose numbers are on a decline? Esau, Edom. Because the Lord said he's going to put these curses upon our enemies, the curses that was on us. And what was a curse? For us to be scattered among the heathen and our numbers to diminish. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. You see? So it's saying the northern kingdom and southern kingdom are going to be gathered together. You see? This is all prophecy, man. And we see it happening before our eyes. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, 31 and 10. And it reads, Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat and for wine and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. You see? See, the Lord is going to redeem the Israelites, man, where he scattered us. Man, he scattered us, so he's going to be the one to bring us back together. And all the movements before could not do it because it was not the appointed time. So go to the book of Ezekiel. Oh, I'm hoping this don't cut off again. This is Ezekiel chapter 11, and 14. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel, holy are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, Get you far from the Lord, unto us is this land given in possession. Therefore say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Therefore say the Lord, Therefore say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. You see, that hasn't happened. So who are those people that are there? I'll tell you who they're. Amalek. And you could read about the judgment of Amalek and how the Lord feels about the Amalekites. Verse 18, and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence. And I will give them one heart, one mind. We're going to go back to being a monolith people. And I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them an heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinance and do them. And they shall be my people, and I will be their power. You see? So, like I said, I got a little bit ahead of myself, but the Lord is going to clean us up, man. He's going to make us perfect. But as for them whose heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things and their abominations, I will recompense their way upon their own head, saith the Lord. You see, the 2/3, they're going to be destroyed, man, and be reborn into the kingdom, and then they'll be perfect, man. Let's go to the 36th chapter. um, Starting verse 16. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way, and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. You see, in the ancient times, a woman that was on her cycle, her menstruation, she would be removed from the congregation until the time of her purification was done, because blood defileth. Anything she touched, sit on, it would be unclean, man. And the Lord was all about keeping Israel away from uncleanness, you know. Wherefore I pour my fury upon them for the blood that they have shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doing I judged them. And when they entered into the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name, when they said to them, These are the people of the Lord, and are gone forth out of his land. But I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I do not this for your sake, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, said the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. So the Lord is going to sanctify us before them. They're going to see. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh, so that that stiff necked and that hard headedness is going to be taken out, man. And the Lord is going to give us an obedient mind. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. You see, the Lord said, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. You see, so the Lord is going to make us perfect, man. We're not going to be able to go off. We're not going to be able to transgress the laws, man. That's why the scriptures say, no more will a man have to teach his brethren, the laws. It's going to be inward. It's going to be in us, man. Verse 28, and ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree, and the increase of the field, and ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways, and your doings that were not good, and it shall loathe yourselves, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, said the Lord Yahweh. Be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded. And you heathens gonna build these cities up, just like we built your cities up, man, during our captivities. And the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that pass by. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, built the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and lo, will do it. You see, so this is what's to expect, man. This is what the Lord is doing, man. This is what is going to happen, man. The Lord said it, and it will come to pass. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh, thou knowest. And again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Meaning it's truth, man, the knowledge. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above. There was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up on their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's what you see on these highways and byways, man. The breath entered into these dry bones. And now they standing up on their feet, man. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. You know, our people were spiritually dead, man. They were spiritually dead. And this truth have awakened, you know, the remnant that the Lord wants, man. Because everybody is not meet for repentance, man, in the nation of Israel. You have what's called a 2/3, which are going to stay stuck in their ways and die on this side. They will not repent and turn from their wickedness. And I shall, verse 14, and I shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write up on it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel and his companions. So that's why you see, on the highways and byways, they have the 12 tribes of Israel sign. You see, labeling the tribes by their Hebrew names and what they're so called of today, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, King David. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto my Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they, and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Hope this been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, which means rise Israel, O Israel, rise Israel. Shalom, which is peace, and Abba Babal, which means destruction to America.